All right, let's get into it. Today we're looking at something pretty special. A seasoned professor's 3 keys to building a research career that actually feels meaningful. So this is it, right? The big question, the one that keeps every PhD student and early career academic up at night. How do you go beyond just checking boxes and publishing papers and build a body of work that really, truly matters to you and to your field? And our guide on this journey is Professor Russell Laczniak. He's an accomplished advertising researcher, and wow, does he get it? I love this quote from him. He calls the whole process fascinating, exhausting, frustrating, and rewarding. He knows what a roller coaster it is. Okay, so after decades in the trenches, what's his #1 lesson? Well, it all kicks off with this massive choice that every single researcher has to make. And here's that choice, laid bare. On one hand, you've got the hot topics. You know, the buzzworthy stuff that seems like a fast track to getting published. But on the other hand, you've got that quiet, nagging voice. Your real interests. The stuff that genuinely fascinates you. What do you do? And believe me, this pressure isn't just from abstract idea. Professor Laczniak tells this story about how early in his career, a really prominent scholar told him the topic he loved had been, and I quote, studied to death. Can you even imagine? That's the kind of comment that could just stop you in your tracks. But you know what? He didn't listen. He stuck to his guns and ended up publishing a bunch of papers on that very topic. And that's the real lesson here. Your passion, your genuine curiosity, that's the only fuel that's going to get you through the tough times. You can't let someone else tell you what's interesting. All right, so lesson 1, follow your passion. Check. But as soon as you do that, another huge fear pops up, one that I think a lot of us can relate to. And yeah, this is a big one, the what if. What if my work isn't some massive breakthrough? What if I don't totally upend my field with one single genius paper? That pressure to be revolutionary, man, it can be absolutely paralyzing, right? So how did Professor Laczniak deal with this? He basically reframed the whole problem. He realized that his field, advertising, is what you'd call an applied discipline. And what that means is that progress isn't about these giant, earth-shattering revolutions. It's about moving forward step by step, piece by piece. And you know what that means for you? It means you can just let go. Seriously. Forget about that crushing pressure to come up with some big theory. The real work, the important work, is often way more subtle. It's a team sport, not a solo mission to the top of the mountain. And this is such a perfect way to picture it. Think of all the knowledge in your field like this huge, impressive wall that's been built over generations. Your job isn't to tear it down and build a new one. No way. Your job is to find your spot on that wall, to understand it, add a little bit of your own unique context, test a new angle, and then carefully, solidly lay one more brick. That's how you move a field forward, one brick at a time. And that whole idea of building together, of laying bricks side by side, well, that leads us perfectly into his third and final key lesson, which is all about the people you choose to build with. So, Professor Laczniak realized that his most productive years weren't when he was working alone. Actually, early on, he and 2 other colleagues were publishing so much together that a senior scholar jokingly nicknamed them the 3 Amigos. And what he found out was that wasn't just a funny name. It was the absolute secret to their success. So why did it work so well? It's because they weren't 3 copies of the same person. They were a team with perfectly complementary skills. You had one person who was the idea generator, just brilliant at the big picture concepts. Then you had the methodologist, the one who could actually design and run the studies. And finally, you had the storyteller, the writer who could weave it all together into a compelling paper. It all comes back to this amazing piece of advice the professor got from a dean once. Don't be afraid to hire people that are smarter than you. And that applies 100% to choosing co-authors. Don't look for your academic twin. Look for people who are brilliant at the things you struggle with. That's how you create something truly special, something bigger than any one of you could do alone. So, when you put it all together, these 3 big ideas, what you end up with isn't just a formula for getting published, it's something much bigger. It's a roadmap for building a career that's not just productive, but one that's actually truly rewarding. So let's just run through them one last time, the 3 big takeaways. Number 1, follow your passion, not just what's popular. Number 2, value those incremental contributions. You are laying a crucial brick in the wall of knowledge. And number 3, find your amigos. Find those collaborators who make you better. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about a publication strategy. It's about how to live a meaningful life of the mind. And so that leaves us with one final question. It's not for the professor, it's for you. Thinking about all this, what unique brick are you going to add to the wall? What contribution will you make?